Today, I'm going to talk about my 10 takeaways from medical school. The first one being, you will find your people. Do not force yourself into situations, into friend groups where you do not belong. Not everybody you can study with, not everybody you can go out with, not everyone enjoys the certain things that you like, as you probably already know that. So don't force yourself, don't be inauthentic, don't try to make friends, because it's plain obvious when it just doesn't look right and it doesn't seem to work. So your people will find you, you will find your right people, you all will gravitate towards one another. Takeaway number 2, take breaks. Schedule them, matter of fact. Be consistent about it and set boundaries when it comes to your breaks. Because honestly, breaks are needed. Medical school is stressful. The workload is hard. So it's important to just have these breaks set in stone so you'll be able to recharge, you'll be able to rejuvenate and feel better. I feel so much better after I take breaks and I actually perform better. I remember where I used to force myself, just work, study, and I was not doing well in certain quizzes that I thought I could have passed. And so what I decided was that I realized that I needed to set breaks. I needed a break. And when I took those breaks, I did so much more better because I had a fresh mind to face my books. I had a fresh mind, a clean slate where I can go and study and build information. I think you all get the point. Number 3, ask for help. Don't be ashamed. Don't get anxiety around looking stupid or feeling dumb because everybody else gets it and you don't. Find the people in your class who are doing well that understand the topic and reach out and ask for help. You won't look stupid. Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to make you feel too bad because you are asking for help and you're asking for information. That actually makes you better and makes them also learn the information too because they're able to teach you and solidify it. 4, takeaway number 4, find 3 to 5 resources that work well for you and stick to them, y'all. This is important because there's a plethora of resources out there on the market and you can feel overwhelmed because you feel like it's too much to pick from, but just pick the top 3 or 5 that works best for you. These are my top 5. Med School Bootcamp, they have like a resource online with a whole bunch of videos and questions that are really high yield information. It's succinct, it's modern, and it's very engaging. Number 2 is UMSC RX. UMSC RX, they also have this first aid book, which is like the Bible, in my opinion, for preclinical years. And so it has all the information that you need to know. It's outlined. It has high yield points and topics, mnemonics of ways how to memorize information. I think overall it's just a great resource. And then they have their questions online that you can utilize to kind of like synthesize the information and to really test yourself to see if you know it. My other resource that I like to use is Pathoma. Pathoma is a resource that is essentially, I have the physical copy of the book and I watch the videos as well. And so I'm able to like, it basically breaks down pathology in a way that is understandable, that it tells you the high yield points that you need to know. It's succinct and I love that about it. So that's why I keep up with Pathoma and it allows me to just get the questions right on test day, which is important. And then I also like UWorld. UWorld is a test bank and it's a great test bank because the explanations are really superior when it comes to explaining how a question, how they came up with the answer and why it's right. I just go through the questions and go through the explanations and that really gets me right on test day using UWorld. And then lastly, this is not a resource, but it's more like a tool that I use. This is Anki. Anki is great for space repetition, and I utilize the Anking V12 deck. It's a pre-made deck. Sometimes I'll make my own cards or I'll unsuspend cards. I'm thinking I'm going to do a video where I show you my process on how I use my Anki in medical school later this summer. And then my next tip is number 5 is having a passion or a hobby outside of medicine. This is essential. Going back to kind of talking about avoiding burnout and just feeling burnt out, you need to have a hobby because this allows you to be refilled. It has nothing to do with medicine, whether it's watching TV shows on a weekend, whether it's going out exercising, cooking, just having something that's different. For me, it's creating videos and YouTube content. I enjoy all of this because it is not me thinking about school, really. It's just me using the right side of my brain, I think, the creative side of my brain, and I really enjoy it. And then number 6, you do not need to have a leadership position first year. You do not have to rush into a leadership position. A lot of people take on a little bit more than what they can chew, and you can see them being stretched too thin. They're stressed out because they don't have control of their time. They're in every single club, they're in every single organization, and that is not one way how you should navigate through medical school. You should find opportunities that are important, that are significant, and that aligns to you where you're trying to go, where you're trying to, what specialty you're trying to go into. Don't rush it, because people can definitely see it, and it definitely takes a toll on you mentally. So I would avoid that at all costs. And then additionally, my next takeaway from medical school is number 7. My 7th takeaway is make sure you connect with the upperclassmen. Network with the upperclassmen within your school, because they are a great resource. They can provide information, knowledge about how to navigate the school. They have really good internal advice that can help you get through your first year in medical school. So make sure you get your name out there, you meet people, shake hands, take their advice. You take people's advice with a grain of salt. Even this video, you take it with a grain of salt, but you do want to listen to people. You want to be coachable. You want to show that you are humble and you are not just someone who just walks around with their chest up and you're still not doing well. That's not cool. All right. And then number 8, switch up your study location. It's okay to get up out of that spot that you go to all the time and go and find somewhere else. Explore the city, explore the town where your medical school is located, and switch it up. So like for me, sometimes I used to study in the library first year. Then now I study at a different location on campus that's a little bit more quiet, a little bit more my type of vibe of how I like to study. And then sometimes when it's too quiet, I don't like that quietness, I go to a coffee shop. I go to a local coffee shop that has a little bit more hustle and bustle, but I like the aroma of the coffee and the vibes there. So that keeps me encouraged, that keeps me inspired. So definitely switch it up, because that can definitely help your study retention and your productivity. Number 9 is own up to your mistakes and apologize when need be to people and keep it professional. There's going to be times where you're going to have tough conversations. You're going to have tough interactions with folks, and it's okay. We're all different people. We have different backgrounds where we come from and how we handle things. And some people may handle things a little bit more different than you. But at the end of the day, we're going to be young professionals, so it's going to be important to maintain composure. It's going to be important to maintain respect between one another and handle conflicts and resolve them peacefully, because we're moving into a field where we're working with lives. We're going to be having sometimes difficult patients. Sometimes we're going to have different difficult co-workers. So it's going to be expected that you're going to be able to maintain your professionalism and to continue to work and get your job done and treat those patients. So it starts now, even medical school, with your interactions with your classmates and faculty. Lastly, number 10, make sure you save up your student loan money. It's really easy to kind of think like, yeah, you just got this big refund check and you just want to splurge and you want to spend all that bread. But listen, y'all, if you're trying to go into a competitive specialty, and not even just that, but like expenses in life does happen. But anyway, just on this specialty side of things, if you're trying to go into a competitive specialty, you're going to have to go to conferences, you're going to have to go to research, you're going to have to go to OAs. So it's going to be important to start saving up some of that money so you can have a budget set aside for those expenditures that's going to come along, that's going to really eat up. And if you don't have scholarship money, if you don't have grant money, it's going to come from your student loans nonetheless. So just make sure you save that money and you start being conscientious of that, because when we get that money, it's quick to want to go to the mall, pay your rent and run to the mall or go on a vacation and whatnot. But we got to start thinking about the future and long-term wise about where we're trying to go, what we're trying to be. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you all found it useful, funny, engaging, whatnot. Those were my 10 takeaways from medical school this year for my first year. I really enjoyed it. It's really a blessing to be here at the school that I'm attending. I've met a lot of great people. I've had a lot of great opportunities, a lot of fun experiences made and had. So you know what? I'm just looking for an M2 year. I want to advance. I want to get better. I want to continue to excel. I want to continue to put my best foot forward, because I know I'm going to be an awesome and amazing physician one day. And it all starts from here, because this is the foundation. This is where we're building it. And I know I can become the excellent physician that I've always dreamed of. So you know what? Hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, It's not a marathon nor a sprint. It's a mission to medicine. Take care, y'all. Peace. If you got into this part of the video, that means you've gotten to the end. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mission to Medicine. Please like, subscribe, share this video out with a friend or a family member who you think might need it. Please hit the notification bell to be updated on new video content when it's uploaded to the channel. Hope you all enjoy. Peace out.